Hi guys, welcome to July favorites. I mean, can you believe it's the end of July? Where has the summer gone? At least I feel like the whole summer has went so quickly. So I have several different things to show you. One thing I meant to show in last month's favorite, and I also have a few lifestyle things I know you guys like when I include those. So beauty and lifestyle. So I'll start with the thing that I totally forgot to mention last month, and I've talked to several of you about this when you've asked me what my favorite self-tanner is. I've probably been using this a couple of months now. I think I mentioned this back in a haul a couple months ago that, anyway, I started using the Jergens. This is the Instant Sun. This is the Mousse, and it's in the deep bronze color. I always find with most self-tanners, even though I'm obviously pretty pale, I need to get like the darker color or it looks funky. I actually need to self-tan right now. It's wearing off, but so if you think I don't look tan, I don't have this on. But I think I showed in that haul, I had just used it and I thought it looked pretty good. And I like this because I don't get streaks with this. It goes on very evenly. It doesn't have like a weird funky smell. I've mentioned before, I feel like at night when I'm sleeping, moving around, like, and I move the covers a certain way, I can sometimes smell it. Other than that, that's it. Now, I do use a mitt to put this on, and I definitely recommend that way. I feel like you just get a more even tan that way. I'm not going to demonstrate how I put this on, but for instance, I will use 2 pumps for each arm, 1 pump for my chest. Whatever is left over on the mitt, I'll do like my stomach and my back because I don't really care about that as much. I don't do my face just because it always looks muddy on me when I use self-tanner and I exfoliate several times a week anyway, so that'd be a waste. And I use, let's see, I think 1 to 2 pumps for each leg. I mean, I just kind of eyeball it and see what I need. I always, start at the bottom of my legs, work up, but this is awesome. And I use this several times a week. I would say probably twice a week. This is still my original bottle. I probably have, I don't know, still a quarter of the bottle left. So I really, really love this. And I've seen it at like every drugstore. So I mentioned this in my previous Get Ready With Me summer makeup, and that's kind of been the makeup that I've been doing for weeks and weeks now. Just some variation on the lips, but keeping it pretty simple. But I cannot stop wearing these CC creams. And I actually did, I think, an Instagram picture of this. If you want to see the Clinique CC cream on me, because it seems like every day I film, I happen to not be wearing this one. I do have an Instagram picture of me wearing this. So if you want to follow me there, my link is always listed below. Really love this one. Again, I got this in a sample kit from Sephora. It's the Clinique Moisture Surge CC cream. It's really, really nice. I like this one a lot. I would say this one gives more of a glow, but not disco ball glow, because I can't take that, than the It Cosmetics CC cream. But I'm telling you, I have really been enjoying the It CC cream. And as many of you know, back when it first came out, I tried it and was like, oh no, this does not work for me. It didn't give enough coverage. I just didn't like it. What I found the key to this with me is because this is pretty moisturizing, I can't wear a moisturizer underneath of it. And most of the time in the summer, I don't need to anyway because my skin's a little bit more oilier. And I definitely mix the light and the medium. So that's why I have 2 different ones. And basically just depending on what my self-tanner's doing, sometimes I can just get away with the medium. Sometimes I put a little bit more medium, a little bit of light, I just adjust it and I like doing that. But have really been loving just these, and on days when I'm not putting a full face of makeup, I seriously just put on tinted lip balm and a CC cream, and I love it. It's like, I feel like I'm got a little bit of coverage going on, I got my sunscreen taken care of, I'm good to go. Also from It Cosmetics, in that same, one of the recent orders, is the Bye Bye Pores. This is the press. So as soon as they came out with this, I knew I was interested in trying it because I liked that it was in the compact form so I could take it with me. I'm not about loose powder. I used to use those years ago, but now I just find them too messy if I want to travel with them. So I have really been liking this, and you can't see, but I have a little indentation there where I've been using it. I just take a really small brush. Sometimes I'll use it under my eyes to set my concealer. It works great for that. Again, with any powder that you're setting under your eyes, a little goes a long way. Same with the concealer, but you all know that, I'm sure. This, I just take a little brush and put it where I have visible pores sometimes, which is right here and usually on my chin. It totally gets rid of it. This has really been nice. I like it a lot. This is an oldie but a goodie, and I just happened to be looking through my makeup collection one day, really wanted to use something different. I always try to mix it up in the summertime. A lot of you guys know every summer I end up wearing the e.l.f. Golden Bronze, the little 4 mosaic bronzer. I use that a lot in the summer as kind of just like a blush bronzer together. Well, this is kind of a similar concept. I have had this for quite a while. This is the Smashbox Fusion Soft Lights in Baked Starburst, but I'm pretty sure they still have this exact one in their collection. And I have hit pan now on it. I had probably a little bit of a pan showing right in the middle before I started using it a lot lately, but definitely have, ventured out. You could see much more pan showing now. What I've been doing with this is that same concept. I just take my bronzer brush, put it all over my cheek area. I'm not really contouring. I don't really contour in the summer. I've mentioned that before. Kind of just bring it up in my hairline and then just right here as kind of an all over blush. But then when I want a pop of color, and again, I demonstrated this in that recent Get Ready With Me video, summer makeup. When I want a pop of color, I just put on blush, like right here on the apples of my cheeks. This is the one that I can't stop using. I just reach for it every day because it just goes with everything. No matter what I'm wearing, the look I want. This is the Romantic Rose shade from Milani. It's the one, they actually look like a rose. I think everybody needs a good rose color blush in their collection. Again, it's a no-brainer. It just goes with everything. It goes with most skin tones really nicely. So I've really been enjoying this a lot. And I am wearing that combination today. So something I started doing around July 4th weekend, and I do this every summer, but it reminded me to talk about it because I had started doing it again. So I broke out the old Laura Geller. This is the Baked Body Frosting in Tahitian Glow. I think I bought this a year ago or so. I like it, but I have to say I don't like using it with the puff that comes in here. To me, when you use it with the puff, and most of the time, by the way, I would always just use this on vacation or something. Like if a spot needed to touch up or my back or something, or, like I'm going out at night kind of thing, because it does give a glow. But anyway, when I use it with the puff that it comes with, oh my God, to me, it immediately just puts color right where you place that puff. And then you got to work like crazy to blend it out, and it's a big mess. So I don't like the puff. I don't recommend the puff. This is what it looks like. So the whole product looks like this, comes like this. So I kept the little plastic in here. So you can see, this sucker is big. But look at that beautiful marbleization of bronze color. But it does have a glow to it. So if you don't like that, you might not like this. But I find even out in direct sunlight, it's not like I look like a disco ball or anything. However, this is my favorite way to apply. So this is what I wanted to talk about. Get yourself an e.l.f. brush. I think this is the $3 one, the big kabuki brush. This is fantastic for applying any kind of bronzer to your body. Chest, arms, legs, because it's fluffy, but it still gives. And then you're not getting that like just a positive color, like right where you put it, if you were using a smaller brush or that puff. So basically, I just put this in here. What I've been doing is anywhere my self tanner is rubbing off, like I might have a spot. For some reason, like the inside of my knees wear off quicker. I think because when I sleep at night and if I'm on my side, your legs are touching there. So what I'll do is just take this and touch up right there. And then I look even and tan again. Or you could take just your regular bronzer. I've done that on my arms before because my shoulders is the first place my self tanner usually wears off. So I'll just take bronzer, but this brush is the key. But I have to say, I have been loving this product as well. Okay, let's move on to a book I have to talk to you guys about. Several of you had asked me when I mentioned in a recent, I think it was a grocery haul, that I was reading a book and I was changing up some of my supplements. A lot of you wanted to know what the book was, so I just thought I would talk about it here. So the book is called Thyroid Healthy, and it's by Susie Cohen. She's actually a pharmacist and a functional medicine functional medicine practitioner. And I first heard about Susie through her other book, which is called Drug Muggers. And a lot of you may remember I spoke about that probably a year ago or so. It's a really great book that just tells you anything you may be eating, drinking, medication you're taking, the nutrients that you may need to replace because of that. Like a lot of you may not know, coffee, I guess, is a drug mugger, as she says, of magnesium. So most of us are deficient in magnesium because of that, and other medications. If you're on birth control like I am, that depletes you of certain nutrients and supplements. Most of you know, like cholesterol medicine and high blood pressure and all that. Well, that book is like full of great information. So when I saw this book, I was really interested because she is a pharmacist. I just feel like she knows a lot more about drugs and supplements and what they do to your body and just what your body needs. And being a functional medicine practitioner, that's something I've actually been looking into for quite a while to switch up for me, because I find they, look for the root cause of something. And as most of you know, I have hypothyroidism. I've not been feeling the greatest with it lately. It comes and goes. So I'm actually seeing a new doctor here in a few weeks, and I'll be sure to update you all on that. But they're more in line with like what she talks about here. It says on the front, the best book on thyroid disease I've read in the last 25 years, and that's a quote from a doctor. I totally agree. And most of you know I have read probably a half dozen or more books on the subject, which some of them I've really enjoyed as well, but this is the best. She just breaks it down so easily, and definitely, like I said, with the supplements that you may need, because a lot of us, we may be getting treated for our hypothyroidism, but maybe we're missing a few key components that may make us feel even better. So that's kind of what I was interested in, and I think what will hopefully help me out. Anyway, I just highly recommend it. Wanted to tell you guys about that. Okay, last couple of things here. Of course, I have to mention the Stella & Dot jewelry. That's definitely a favorite. I have been so happy that I decided to become a stylist. Thank you guys so much for all of you who have ordered for me. I just have really, really enjoyed it. This necklace in particular I showed in a recent haul. This is the plume necklace from the new fall line. Absolutely love this. It does come with a set of blue feathers as well. I'm actually thinking about wearing it with the black to a wedding in a few weeks that I have, because I bought a new dress, and I'm going to bring two dresses. One of them I've already shown you, but I'm kind of in between two. I'm not sure. The dress that I'm bringing, the other one, is kind of this color blue, maybe a little lighter, and I just thought this necklace would look great with it. So absolutely love this. I have one of the pieces taken off. Again, I'll refer to you that video I showed, much more about it in that video, but have really loved all the jewelry, just the whole experience. If any of you have any questions about wanting to become a stylist or hosting a trunk show or wanting a lookbook, I know I've sent several out to a lot of you, please let me know. I would love to talk to you about it. My information is always listed below. I have to say, one thing I've really loved from the collection is the Avalon tote. This is in the blush color. I love a good tote bag anyway. I'm a sucker for a bag, as most of you know. It doesn't take a lot of convincing to get me to buy another bag. This does come in black though, so for those of you that love black. This is it's a really big tote, as you can see. It is open at the top, but we do have a new one, the Hudson tote. You've probably seen it, that black and cream striped, that zips. So if you're looking for that, we also have a metallic one new for fall. But love this, love their bags in general as well. But I have really, really enjoyed this. And I think I'm going to use this as my carry-on when I go to Florida. And then also I'm looking at my Waverly bag. I'm going to use that as well and use it as a crossbody and a clutch and all that, and I can just go in here. So I'll link all this below if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, but just had to mention that. And then one last thing is a TV show. I try to talk about TV shows and books and things like that when I have one. So we have been watching Dexter on Netflix, and we were never, the ones that jumped on the bandwagon originally and watched it. But I kind of like that, because I like going back later and like watching a whole series on Netflix. And I think I avoided it, even though I heard people say they loved it, because I thought it was going to be like creepy or gross. And it's really not, at least not to us. And I don't know, we've really enjoyed it. I think we're 2 episodes away from the season 1 finale. So we've really enjoyed that. We did finish One Tree Hill like a month ago, and for several days it was like, oh my God, what do we do? Because that was just like our put on our show when you don't have anything to watch. It was kind of like background noise. You could pay attention, you know what's going on. So really enjoyed watching that, and I mean, it was like record time from like January to last month. We finished like 9 seasons of that, but that's how we like to do TV shows too. Let me know what you guys are watching right now or what you recommend on Netflix. We tried to watch Orange is the New Black, and I don't know how y'all are into that show. We did not like it at all. I'm not going to elaborate on why we didn't like it, but it was not our thing. So that's it. I know a super long favorites I feel like this month, but I had a lot to talk about. So let me know what you guys are loving. I always love to hear your suggestions. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.